Imagine an enemy that is fast, highly adaptable, and nearly impossible to trap, built for endurance, masters of evasive maneuvers. In 1932, Australia went to war with this enemy. Their name? The emu. Evolution's way of saying, who needs wings when you have attitude? By 1932, Australian farmers were barely hanging on. After World War I, returning soldiers were given farmland under the soldier settlement scheme. But most of it was barely usable for farming. Then, the Great Depression hit, wheat prices collapsed, and government aid never arrived. Just when things couldn't get worse, 20,000 emus migrated from the inland to the coast, searching for food, and found endless wheat fields waiting for them. They devoured crops, trampled fields, and smashed farmers' fences. Because apparently, emus can't read "no trespassing." Farmers, outnumbered and desperate, turned to the government for help. Their solution? Machine guns. Because if there's one thing World War I taught us, it's that firepower fixes everything. 2 gunners, 1 commanding officer, 2 Lewis machine guns, 10,000 rounds of ammunition. The soldiers thought it would be target practice. The emus had other ideas. Turns out, emus are tactical geniuses. They didn't bunch up. They didn't panic. They adapted. When under fire, they scattered into small groups, making them nearly impossible to pin down. They zigzagged at 30 miles per hour, dodging bullets like trained guerrilla fighters. And if they did get hit, they kept running. Some took multiple bullets and still powered through, like feathery terminators. Meanwhile, the machine guns jammed, leaving the soldiers with nothing but frustration and rapidly plummeting pride. At this point, military officials had 2 choices. 1, admit defeat, or 2, come up with a bold new strategy. Introducing Plan B. Strap a machine gun to a truck, chase the emus down, gun them down on the move. Genius, right? Except one slight issue. The emus were faster, and as if that wasn't embarrassing enough, the gunner, bouncing around like a rodeo contestant, couldn't aim properly, so most of the shots missed. Then, to complete the disaster, the truck broke down, and the emus escaped. After 6 days, 2,500 rounds had been fired. Confirmed kill count? Approximately 200 birds. That's a kill rate of about 1 emu for every 12 bullets. Not exactly a highlight reel for military greatness. The campaign was suspended. The military retreated. The battle was over. The war, not quite. A few days later, the farmers, still in need of help, and the government, unwilling to admit defeat, sent the troops back in. This time, they did slightly better. After a month, the final tally was 986 confirmed emu kills. Sounds impressive, until you remember they started with 10,000 bullets, and there were 20,000 emus. That's only an average of 10 bullets per bird, and 1 emu killed out of every 20. That's more bullets than some World War I tanks needed to be taken down. In return, the army suffered 0 losses, except their dignity. Their only casualties were human egos. After worldwide humiliation, Australia finally gave up on armed conflict with birds. Instead, they did what they probably should have done from the start: built proper barrier fences and offered bounties. No bullets required. If history teaches us anything, it's this: don't bring a machine gun to an emu fight.